road. Let's deal with this bullshit.
I used to be a very typical American Christian. I went to Sunday school when I was a kid. I was confirmed in the church when I was in middle school. And then I went to college and medical school and training. And I bought into the idea that you had to choose between science and spirituality. Now, I was a good person. I mean, I certainly bought into the concept of being a good person and honest and ethical and a woman of integrity and all those sorts of things. But the fact is, I was really busy. I became a wife, a full-time surgeon. I was the director of spine surgery at a big university. And pretty soon I had 4 little kids to take care of. I mean, Jesus to me
enough to be a surgeon, but
was
you still
one
believe in
more
God.
thing on my to-do list that I knew I was never going to get to. But that all changed one day in 1999 when I died. And yes, I literally mean died.
If you came back,
I spent 30 minutes under 8 to 10 feet of water without oxygen at the base of this waterfall. And while I was underwater and dying, I asked that God's will be done. And the minute I asked that, I was immediately overcome with a very, very physical sensation of being held and comforted and reassured by Christ.
Yeah, I bet you was.
And he took me through a life review that was like nothing I could have imagined. I was reinserted into every one of the most painful memories
and they try
of my
to
life.
deny it, but they do.
But this time was different.
Come on.
I had a complete understanding
not stupid,
of the life
woman.
story of the other people involved. And I felt nothing but compassion, even for the people who had hurt me deeply. And I discovered that where God's love is present, there is no room for destructive emotion.
Bullshit.
I discovered grace. And then I was also
You
shown
discover
the
all
beauty
the
that
rapings
came
and
out
killers
of
God
each
done too.
and every one of those painful experiences when seen from a distant perspective. Eventually, my body came over the front deck of my boat. And when that happened, my spirit rose up and out of the river, and I was immediately greeted by a group of people or spirits, beings, who were so overjoyed to welcome me home. I know that they had loved me and known me as long as I have existed. And even as I was with them and rejoicing, I could look back at the river, and I could see my friends pull my bloated purple body to shore and watch them start CPR. And I had a wonderful life.
Why can't God do that for you?
But even as I watched that, I knew that I was home, and I had no intention of returning. And these people, or spirits, started taking me down this beautiful pathway that exploded with colors and flowers and the aromas of flowers, which is what speaks beauty to my soul. And I absolutely believe that God presents to each one of us the experience at the time of our death that does speak beauty to us.
You ain't gonna resent shit
that lets
to
us
me.
know that we are known
I don't believe
and
it.
loved. And we finally got to
Can't
the end of
prove
this
it to me.
pathway, and I was there for what felt like many, many hours. And during my time there, I had a complete understanding of the divine order of the universe. How it could possibly be true that there is a God that is real and present today.
Why don't you
knows
show it
each
then?
and every one of the billions of us on this planet.
Full of
Individually,
shit.
loves each and every one of us as though we're the only ones.
You don't present that in the
And
Bible.
has a plan for each and every one of us and for the world.
He
That's one of
hates
hope.
mankind. Come on.
And eventually I was told that it wasn't my time, that I had more work to do on earth, and that I would have to go back to my body. So I did what any reasonable person would do, and I said, I'm good, I can stay. But here I am, I got kicked out. But they took that opportunity to then give me this laundry list of work yet to be done. Everything on the list would be challenging, But certainly one of the most challenging things on that list had to do with the coming and unexpected death of my oldest son. He was hit and killed by a car 10 years later. But at that time, he was only